In video 26 we're going to look at Unicode. Now if you've watched a previous video where we looked at the character set ASCII, you'll know that Unicode is also a character set. ASCII was limited to 128 mappings in its character set in the first version of ASCII, called standard ASCII, and that was 7 bits per character. Then came extended ASCII, which was limited to 256 mappings because it used 8 bits per character. And Unicode was brought along to allow for thousands more different mappings in a character set, and that would be typically 16 bits per character, therefore lots more combinations. It was created, or it started to be created in 1987, but new versions and mappings are continually coming out. It started off with something called UTF-8. Now UTF stands for Universal Character Set Transformation Format. Now UTF-8 used only 8 bits, which is the same as extended ASCII, but would allow for many more mappings because it could use something called variable width mappings. Now ASCII uses fixed width mappings, so if we had that binary number there, then ASCII would use that, whereas Unicode can use variable width mappings, so it could use that same digit, same binary number, but it could also use that without the leading zeros. So it has 2 different mappings there because it uses something called variable width mapping, despite the fact that both those binary numbers in denary would be the same. So a lot more flexible and allows for a lot more, many more mappings. As well as there being an 8-bit version, there are also 16-bit and 32-bit versions of Unicode. And Wikipedia quotes that there are over 1 million mappings in the latest version of Unicode. So it covers just about every language and symbol in the world. If you want to know more about the different versions of UTF and how they work, then watch one of these YouTube videos, which are from the user Disalvi on YouTube, so look him up. And they're excellent videos going into a lot of detail, but not the sort of detail you'd need to know for the exam. There's very little that I've just talked about you would actually need to know for the exam, although it does help paint a picture for you. For the exam, you're unlikely to be asked specifically about Unicode. You're likely to get asked about character mappings or character encodings or character sets in general. You could cite Unicode as an example. You're most likely to be asked about how the mappings work, and you may get asked about how many bits might be needed for a particular mapping for a particular scenario, such as how many bits would you need for all of those buttons on that telephone. And we'll look at more detail about that sort of thing in the next video, where we look at our third and final character set, which is EBCDIC. So we'll look forward to chatting to you then. Goodbye.